Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, praise, blessing to the Most High and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the men on down. The elder apostles, Great Millstone, and the men on down. The elder bishops. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the one-third remnant. Shalom to you, brothers that teach the truth and sincerity, and the fellow sisters that's out there as well. I just wanted to, Salaki Baba Kasha. Excuse me. Just wanted to touch on something real quick because I was at work last night. I just got up not so long ago, and I was at work. I was working, and I was thinking about us serving the Lord and the similitudes of serving the King. And I was like, "Well, not the Lord show favor to those who help the King." And I thought about Jonathan and David. I thought about all the times that David helped Jonathan, man. This book is 1 Samuel, chapter 18, verse 1. And it came to pass when he had made the end of speaking unto Saul, the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David. Jonathan loved him as his own soul. Now we know that the house of Saul is, it's a sign really for like the wicked of Israel, man. Because Saul was a wicked ass guy. He was wicked as fuck, man. All the shit he did, we're gonna go grab some of it. Because it's a lot that, brothers might not know about Saul, man. Saul killed the priest, man. He used the Edomite to slay the priest of the Lord when there was when David was fleeing from Saul, man. Just to show you how evil this man was, man. The things that he did, man. He tried to slew David like more than enough times. Pursued him, Did a lot of stuff, man. Even when, David could have took his life. David always said, and that goes to serving the King. I don't know exactly where these scriptures are, but man, I know because I remember when they could have killed him, because the guy that was with Samuel, I forgot. I mean, with David, his right hand man. Let's read it real quick, because this is when he called him. The book said, 1 Samuel chapter 24. Behold, the day the Lord going to deliver, and I may do this with it. David rose off the cut, Saul the robes perfect. And it came to pass that David's heart smote him because he had cut off Saul's skirt. And his men said, I forbid to do this, never matter. See, there it go, verse 6. And he said unto his men, the Lord forbid that I shall do this unto my master, the Lord's anointed, to stretch forth my hand against him, seeing that he is the anointed of the Lord, man. So even David, knowing that the shit that Saul did was wicked, I pursuing them, slaying those priests because they hid David from Saul. Every time that David could have killed him, he said, I'm not touching the Lord's anointed. He's still showing favor to the King. The same way when a man, I think when Saul died in battle, and that man brought back his sword and his breastplate, like, look, I did this great thing. And he was like, he put it on the death, man. David wasn't playing about that. Every time I remember when they slew, they was trying to get rid of the whole house of Saul, man. And every time they'd come back, like, yeah, we killed, some of Saul's family, the Lord would David would curse him and put him to death, man. It just goes to show you how righteous David is compared to Saul. And I'm going to grab it when he slew those men on the altar. There you go. Verse 22, verse Start at 7. Then Saul said to his servants that stood about him, Hear ye Benjaminites, will the son of Jesse give every one of you fields and vineyards, and make you captains of thousands and captains of hundreds, that all of you have conspired against me? And there is none showeth me the son that have made league with the son of Jesse, and there is none of you that is sorry for me. Pretty much, it's kind of like guilt tripping. Saul was trying to guilt trip the prophets into giving over David, man, so he can slay him. And the prophets they really knew that David was the Lord anointed. And this was I think after the time, this was way after Samuel pretty much told Saul, like, the Lord has rejected you for being king. So he already knew he was coming. And he can tell that David was going to be the new one. That's why I think the last time they met, Saul even said, it was like, damn, you are worthy to be the king. Like, you are, the new king. You the Lord's anointed, man. Saul admitted it. The last time they met, he admitted it. But this was before that. Then answered, that none of you is sorry for me, or showeth unto me that my son have stirred up my servant against me, to lie in wait as it this day. Then the Edomite, here you go. So this is King Saul, man, which was set over the servants of Saul. So King Saul had an Edomite set over his servants, man. It said, I saw the son of Jesse come to Nob to Amalek, the son of forgive me, I can't pronounce these words. And he inquired of the Lord for him, and gave him victuals, and gave him the sword of Goliath the Palestine. Then the king sent to call Amalek the priest, the son of Harub, at his father's house, and all his father's house, the priests that were in Nob. And they came to them the king. Pretty much, this is pretty much going into it. And I'm just going to skip down, because he pretty much asked them, like, yo, did you do all of this stuff? And I just skip to 14. The Amalek answered the king. Why just keep reading for 13? And Saul said unto him, Why have you conspired against me, that thou and the son of Jesse, and that thou hast given him bread and a sword, and inquired of God for him, that he should rise against me to lie in wait as at this day? Yeah, see, he was mad that the Lord was with him, because he couldn't talk to the Lord no more. The Lord wasn't dealing with him no more. Then Ahimelech answered the king and said, Who is so faithful among all thy servants as David, which is the king's son-in-law, and goeth at thy bidding, and is honorable in thy house? Then I began to inquire of God for him. Be it far from me, let not the king impute anything unto his servant, nor to all the house of my father, for thy servant knew nothing of all this, less or more. And the king said, Thou shalt surely die, Amalek, thou and all thy father's house. And the king said unto the footmen that stood about him, Turn and slay the priests of the Lord, because their hand is also with David, and because they knew where he fled, and did not show it to me. But the servants of the king would not put forth their hand to fall upon the priests of the Lord. See, right there, man. Even Jake, like, nah, man, these are the servants of the Lord. We're not about to slay them. That's how wicked Saul was, man. He worse than and I'm gonna go grab that too. I'm just trying to go through. Well, not the Lord show favor to those who serve the king, man. And the whole point of me doing all this is to show you how the wicked the house of Saul is, and how we use the similitude of the house of Saul to like the wicked of Israel. But did not Jonathan serve the king? Did not Jonathan was really the best friends with David? Made a covenant with David, protected David? Will not the Lord show mercy to Jonathan? Will he not? Will the Lord, curse Jonathan to forever remain in the house of Saul? To never, enter to the house of David until the kingdom come? Or is Jonathan already in the house of David? Jonathan served the king, man. He saved them multiple times. They was beloved with each other, man. That's his best friend. That's his brother, really. Brother-in-law, actually, but that's his brother. I just wanted to bring that out because it's going to show you this the correlation to our sovereign king, which is now Lord Yahushua. Even the prophecy, they shall find their King David, man. King Marshall back in the old days. We still acknowledge him. And the things that he taught, we still reverence them. The men that paved the way. But now, much more, we acknowledge and reverence Lord Yahweh. We honor the King, man. Did he not say, those who confess me before me, and I will confess them before my Father? Shall not the Lord have favor on them that serve the King? That's the point of this lesson. I'm just bringing this out as an example to show how wicked Saul was, but I'm sure that the Lord would still have favor on Jonathan because he helped David. And Dog the Edomite, and the king said unto Dog, turn down and fall upon the priest. And Dog the Edomite, a wicked ass Edomite, man, killing the priest of the Lord under the commandment of King Saul, turned and he fell upon the priest and slew them that day. 85 that did were the Ipnoid, the Linden Ipnoid, man. That's crazy shit. I remember reading that and being like, yo, David was wicked as hell. I mean, not David, Saul was wicked as hell, man. That's some evil shit to do. There goes to show you how wicked Saul was, man. Yeah, that just showing you that the Lord's anointed, man. And it goes right back into how we serve the King, man. Would not the Lord have mercy on them that serve the King? And I'm going to go get that, what is it? Am I done over here? Yeah, see, love the Magic Zone. So let's go get that, is it Kings or Chronicles? And I will go down as a lion spirit in the mouth of the prophets. 1 Kings 22. Word. I need the beginning of this chapter. 1 Kings chapter 22. King Jehoshaphat was the king of the southern kingdom, which is, I think, Israel, Benjamin, and Levi. King Jehoshaphat was a righteous king. There was no righteous kings in the northern kingdom, which would be, from Reuben down to Issachar, Zebulun, Asher, Gad, Naphtali, Manasseh, so forth. So Jehoshaphat was king of Judah. And the king of Israel, the northern kingdom, said unto his servants, know ye. I think there was a war. There was like somebody inquired the Lord, if we go to war. And Jehoshaphat was like, yeah, man, let's, because they met each other and was like, well, let's see what's good for us to go to war or not. And the Lord wanted to, delete, or get rid of the northern kingdom, which was, what's his name? What's his name? Is it Ahab? No, I don't want to butcher it. What was his name? I think it's Ahab. Or just for the sake of time, I'm gonna keep it going. So pretty much, they said all the priests and all the prophets was like, they all agreed. But then Jehoshaphat was like, is there one more left? And then, the king of Israel said in Jehoshaphat, verse 8, there's yet one man, Micaiah, son of Ephraim, by whom we may inquire of the Lord, but I hate him, for he doeth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil, because you evil as hell, man. And Jehoshaphat said, let not the king say so. And the king of Israel called, and the horn chimed in, and said, hasten hither Micaiah, son of Ephraim. The king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, sat each on his throne, having put on their robes. Pretty much, when they go get them. And the message for Malachi portrayed himself. Malachi says, the Lord liveth, what the Lord said to me, I will speak. And so the king said unto him, Micaiah, go. And the king said to him, how many times shall I cry in the true name of the Lord? True in the name of the Lord. He said, that's all that feels. He said, also, didn't I tell you? Yeah, there you go. And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hills, and the sheep that had no shepherd. And the Lord said, these have no master. Let them return every man to his house in peace. So pretty much he was like, yeah, Ahab, if you go down there, the Lord gonna kill you. And he said, here there, send the Lord. And pretty much, the Lord called a council and was asking like the angels, like, yo, I want this man deleted. Like, I want him gone. How we gonna do it? Pretty much, rough to paraphrase. And one of the spirits was like, I go down as a lion spirit in the mouth of the prophets. Thou shalt precede him and prevail, go forth and do so. And then, he went down as a lion spirit in the mouth of the prophets. But Micaiah, man, after this, he went back to prison and locked him back up. But when they went to war, Ahab died. But Jehoshaphat called on the Lord and was saved, man. And Micaiah got released. Now he served King Jehoshaphat. And even that, Elisha, when he saved when the both of the kings came to him, I'm pretty sure it was Jehoshaphat too. And Elisha didn't even acknowledge the king of Israel. He only talked to Jehoshaphat. Man, where was it? Man, hold on, I'm gonna find it. Don't want to spend that much time trying to find it, but pretty much it was Ahab. Was it Ahab and if it was Ahab and Jehoshaphat? No, it wasn't. I think it was Ahab's son. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, pretty much that's what happened, man. Even then, Elisha served the king, man, and Jehoshaphat lived, and Elisha, received a service reward, man. And now look at us, Matthew 10:32. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I deny before my Father which is in heaven. Bro, serving the king, will not the Lord show favor unto those who serve the king, man. What's that, man? Blessed is he that waiteth at my gates. Blessed patiently at my doors. Whosoever findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. And it's Proverbs, 6 or 1? Blessed is the man that waiteth at my gate, watching the post of my... No, blessed is the man that waiteth at the gate, watching the post of my doors. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting to post my doors, if I find life, such as the Lord. Proverbs 8:34, blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting to post of my doors. For whosoever findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord, man. And we found him, we found Yahweh through Yahweh Shah. And we obtained favor of the Lord, man. Because we serving the king, man. The same way David found favor of the Lord. And still serve the king, man. The same way all the men of the Lord found favor because they served the king. And now the real king, the King of Kings, man, the Lord, Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Now the Lord show his favor, all the blessings we receive, yeah, we suffering, man, but still the Lord showing us favor, man. Giving us his knowledge and wisdom and understanding, saving us in times of trouble, preserving us from evil. Same way he preserved David. I wanted to make a quick lesson on that. Well, it was edifying. Until next time, shalom.